The nigga Puff was like, yeah, like first he was amping him to get Styles. Then he was like, so when we gonna get the chance to, to kick it, like we could just hang out, nigga. We gotta kick it.
This is
Puff.
Okay.
He telling me we gotta kick it, and he was like, yo, why don't we like go shopping or something? I mean, like I pay for it. And I was like, what the f this just say? I got the f away from him because I was like, this nigga, like, fucking, this nigga just tell me he'd take me shopping. And this is shit goes on. But this is a little fruit pop. It's a fruit pop. It's a fruit pop, trust me. You see these little weird ass pictures and shit like that out there, sitting out there for no reason. You don't see accident pictures of me like kissing niggas. Like that doesn't happen by accident. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Look, later you're going to find out a little shit that I be saying be real. Do you understand what I'm saying? Man, listen, I'm trying to tell you the truth. But the truth, sometimes it hurts.
Right.
It hurts people and they don't want to hear that shit. But I'm trying to tell you, ask me, could he take me shopping?
50 Cent has allegedly leaked information about Diddy's dark rise to fame, and it is insane the things this man did. From starting as a young radio intern to becoming a hip-hop billionaire mogul, Diddy, the founder of Bad Boy Records, built an impressive career. His influence even extended to being name-checked in popular songs like Kesha's TikTok. However, in a recent performance, Kesha made a significant change by removing Diddy from her infamous line, "Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy." This alteration gains added significance when considering Kesha's own traumatic experiences with her alleged abuser, Dr. Luke. The parallels between Kesha's lawsuit against Diddy and Kesha's struggles shed light on how removing Diddy's name from public references reflects the growing toxicity surrounding his public image. Prior to the lawsuit, Diddy had managed to navigate years of public scrutiny, deflecting allegations of violence and hints of criminal activities. Despite his skill in reshaping his public image, controversies have consistently followed the music mogul, making his reputation far from untarnished. Diddy's journey into the music scene kicked off with a bang as a radio intern, co-hosting a celebrity basketball game that unfortunately kicked off with a bang as a result of collective bargaining agreements at the City College of New York gym. The event led to a stampede claiming the lives of 9 people. Mayor David Dinkins criticized Diddy for entrusting inexperienced individuals to organize the game, highlighting oversold tickets as a significant issue. Following a stint at Uptown Records, the aspiring hip-hop mogul founded Bad Boy Records in 1993. One of his first major triumphs was the release of Notorious B.I.M.'s Ready to Die, and he went on to nurture the careers of notable artists such as Foxy Brown, Faith Evans, and Mary J. Blige. Mark Curry, however, had a lot to say about what really went on at Bad Boy Records.
Did I see these kind of things in his actions when I knew him or when I was around him? Did I see him have those bursts of violence? Just not on, you'd be like, he did it. If you seen that, it was another video. He won some, he just over cocky. That's why he got fired from Uptown. He's over, what do you call someone who's overly confident to the point to where it's called arrogance, right? He's arrogant. Nothing wrong with being arrogant, but when you're arrogant and you do it in spiteful ways, then, so when I seen that and I reflect and I'm like, man, I do remember seeing him be being physically violent towards females. I seen him be physically violent towards producers, other record execs, even artists. Always those kind of stories, man. But those stories are seen from the inside out, not from the outside in. So it's just like, sometimes you can tell, as a man, you'd be like, look, we're going to need a fair one or we a one-on-one, a fair one-on-one. And we fight as men so we can come to we can come to a resolution, right? So sometimes we fight as men, but you see that sometimes they fight, they keep fighting. They fighting with women. They fighting with people. They fighting with love. They fighting with they self. I seen him fight with his own self. I seen him be violent to his own self, forget anybody else. I seen him beat his own self up.
Wow. What you mean by that?
meaning you're putting yourself through so much stuff. You're beating your own self up. You're bringing yourself down with whatever kind of things you need at that time, whether it be alcohol, whether it be pills or whatever it is that you need. Sometimes people get addicted to pills. And when they get addicted to pills, that it alters the ego. All of that kind of stuff, devices. I seen it all, man. You know,
And you said that you seen him get physical with his own orders?
meaning like producers, mainly the hitmen. Mainly the producers. And what I mean by physical, it'd be like sometimes it might be a physical fight between him and someone else. And you say, wow, you're fighting even with your own artists. You're fighting when you go home. You're fighting with people in your office. You're fighting with your girlfriend. You're fighting with me. You just want to fight everybody, don't you? And that's what, when you think of that name, that might be what he defines bad boy. It's really about that energy that he feels like what makes him. That's what makes him.
Diddy's prominence soared, especially during the West Coast versus East Coast rivalry, a defining era in 90s hip-hop and gangster rap. The conflict, involving Death Row Records' Suge Knight and rapper Tupac Shakur, reached its tragic climax with the violent deaths of Biggie and Tupac. While Diddy was never directly implicated in these tragedies, rumors, speculation, and conspiracy theories have continued to swirl around the mysterious circumstances of their deaths. Despite the controversies, Diddy's career continued to ascend. Jaguar Wright certainly had an interesting take on how Diddy became so successful.
I was thinking to myself the other day, Uptown Records started with 5 people. Andre Harrell, I'll Be Sure, Heavy D, and Puffy. And Kim was the longest working employee because she was there from the very beginning. She was Andre's personal assistant. Mm. Kim is dead. Heavy D is dead. Mm. Andre Harrell is dead. The only 2 left are Puffy and Al almost died. Isn't that interesting?
That is interesting.
Heavy D was found dead, face down on me. Heart attack. Andre Harrell, heart attack. Kim died from pneumonia, but there's the first coroner's report that said that she died. It was ruled a homicide, and they found toxins in her body to prove that she had been poisoned. You know, they have poisons that create heart attack and pneumonia-like symptoms. And then right after that, Al had a meeting, and I was going to meet up with him because we were in Vegas. And then the next thing you know, you want to know what they all had in common, though? The survivors and the late of Uptown Records, they were all writing tell-all books. Mm-hmm. Andre was writing a book right before he died. Heavy D was working on a book before he died. Kim Porter was working on a book before she died. And Al B. Sure was working on the documentary of his life. And then he goes into a coma. Has Puffy ever been in a coma? Has anything happened to him? He must be the luckiest motherfucker. It seems like everybody that worked at Uptown Records from the very beginning. Just him. I guess Al disappointed you. You know, I speak for a reason. When you see this bullshit motherfucking game fucking with people that you love, that you like, it's too many coincidences.
Too many. You.
Honeycomb.
Oh. Stamp it.
We gonna get you and your little dog, too.
Diddy found himself in another storm when an assault charge came his way. In the music video for Hate Me Now, featuring Nas, a scene depicting Diddy and Nas being crucified sparked controversy. Diddy, considering it sacrilegious, wanted it removed, but the unedited version made its way to the public. In response, Diddy and Nas confronted the president of Interscope Records, resulting in Diddy pleading guilty to a lesser charge and being ordered to attend 1 day of court-ordered anger management. But wait, Diddy's history with displays of violence doesn't stop there. Picture this, a moment in hip-hop history when Diddy and his then-girlfriend Jennifer Lopez found themselves in the midst of chaos at a New York nightclub. A heated altercation escalated into a shooting, leaving 3 people injured. The power couple faced arrest and charges of battery and gun possession. While Lopez's charges were eventually dropped, Diddy went to trial, asserting that he was a victim of the criminal justice system's bias against black men. He was acquitted, but his protege, Shine, ended up serving 9 years for assault and gun possession, claiming that Diddy had betrayed him. Since then, people have come out to confirm it was indeed Diddy who was responsible.
Now, however, according to this woman, she says that she's been telling this story consistently for years, but there's been a cover-up. And if we've learned anything from the Cassie story and the recent allegations and other lawsuits, it seems as if Diddy has a pattern of threatening people and cover-up. And she literally says that he had to end up paying her for that incident. Again, as always, these are allegations. I just want to play what she says for you, because a lot of people are saying she's been saying the same story for a very long time. A lot of this has been covered up, and this is why the public doesn't know about her story.
Hey, how you doing? So, here today about this latest lawsuit with the P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Puffy, Sean Puffy Combs, whatever you want to call him, lawsuit that has come out involving the producer Little Rod. So basically his last 2 lawsuits, or last 2 major lawsuits, the one with Cassie, she made mention that Puffy made her carry his guns into nightclubs and wherever they went. And he threatened her to make her feel like she had to do so. And while there were lots of things of importance, that stood out to me. And I'm going to tell you why. In this lawsuit with the producer Little Rod, they were both SA'd by him and threatened and physically harmed. But in this lawsuit, he appears to be a very young producer to me. But he said something very specific. As a means of threatening him, Puffy said, "That's why I shot up the club in New York back in 1999 and let Shine take the fall for it." Let me tell you why that's of utmost importance to me. Because I am the woman who he shot in the face in that 1999, December 27th, 1999, Club New York shooting. The bullet, I got shot in my face with a 9mm hollow point bullet called a cop killer. I literally have told everyone and never changed what I said. I watched him. I got pow-powed in the face. I watched him fire the gun. I've said it all this time. Even the surgeon who did my surgery to take out part of the bullet fragments that was aspirating into my lungs and try to remove as many bullet fragments as possible, testified in the criminal trial that while they were putting me under, I was screaming, "Puffy, pew pew me in the face." He testified in the criminal trial. It is in the record. They all knew he did it. Everybody knew he did it. But he paid off the club bouncer named Sharice and all these other people and the club owners with their video to hide the video. That's his MO. I told everybody that. This man almost took my life, has traumatized my life, has caused undue harm, irreparable damage to my life, lied his behind off. I've had all these youngins on the internet harassing me, swearing that I'm making it up that he did it. And look what he did to Little Rod. He threatened him. Oh, you don't think I bust my gun? I shot up the club in Club New York and let Shine take the fall for it. I shot them people. Well. It only took 24 whole years for it to come out. You see this tattoo? This commemorates me getting shot. It took 24 years for him to come out and say it. I've been saying it all along, but y'all pick and choose who y'all want to believe. Oh, baby, you ain't seen nothing yet. Not only did he pew me in the face, he also set off a course of harassment against me for the past 24 years. When I tell you the things I went through, there was a time in 2017 and 2018 where I got 7 flats on my BMW. 7, the same tire, in a 2-year span. 7. You see this RICO charge that's about to come? This conspiring and pew-pewing up the club and ruining or attempting to ruin my life? As God as my witness, I will not stop until you suffer every single iota of punishment, until I have every second of recompense that you took from me. For every tear that I had to cry or my children had to cry, I am going to get $1 million back from you. I will not stop until you pay the price for what you did to my life. And for all you people out there on the internet and in cyberspace and in the far reaches of my life or the perimeters or wherever who always like, oh, she just saying that to get some. Hell, what you got to say now? What you got to say now? I had some youngins on the internet that ain't even old enough, that weren't even alive when it happened, arguing me down, cussing me out, calling me everything but a child of God. Go check Instagram. It's there. Harassing my life. Harassing me. Oh, you lying. He ain't do that to you. You just want clout. You just chasing clout. What is that to chase clout about? How is that clout chase worthy? It doesn't even make sense. Well, I guess it would make sense in this new generation, but you better believe.
Congratulations, young man. Run as fast as Cassie did. Has anybody asked themselves about that kid?
I mean, yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are asking about what's going on with it. Yeah, a lot of people are looking at it as like that's the way the new relationship should work.
What, to get paid?
Yeah, basically.
She was getting $500K a month. She quit because he dropped her down.
Yeah, I think that's where they're at with it now.
No, but understand this. Think about this. And there are women in this room. Why would you quit? What the f is going on that $250,000 ain't enough?
Ladies?
Like the fact that he, I'm just saying, the fact that he cut from 500 to 200, who the f gives a 200K, who 250K, who turning down 250K a month? What the f is going on in that relationship that 250K ain't enough?
Could see some things.
That ain't worth 250K. That's got to be some dark. Like, people are not understanding that girl quit 250K. $4 million every quarter. Well, I'm sorry, $1 million every quarter. Now, she was getting $2 million a quarter, but then she got, you got going on that's so deep that it ain't worth $1 million a quarter.
They told a story about Cassie one time, and she was saying someone had asked her why she cut her hair, and she was like, well, Diddy said he just liked it that way. And they said when she answered the question, it was like she was in a trance. Like she was just like, I just don't know. Diddy just said he would like my hair this way. And they was like so in awe, like how she didn't even have a thought about it. It was just what he wanted.
That's how he operates. He has people followed. He has people watched. He does all kinds of. He's a fucking piece of shit.